And so let's get back to Randy Sutton on this. Randy, in police training, I mean, this is a situation an officer walks up to a vehicle where there's possibly some stolen property inside, and the guy inside opens fire.
Every time a police officer walks up on a vehicle, they're in serious danger. The police officer has no idea about the intent of the individual that's in the car, but the person who's in the vehicle, they have full knowledge of what their intent is.
They have the element of surprise. They can conceal the weapon easily. It's a dangerous situation.
Oh, well, car stops are one of the most difficult and dangerous situations for all police officers. Now, what happened today with the bullet that the suspect fired at the officer. Now, officers wear ballistic body armor underneath their uniform shirts. All patrol officers do. The fact of the matter is that they are not undefeatable, and apparently the body armor was defeated today. The bullet either penetrated the vest itself or penetrated in a zone where there is not as much coverage,
like a seam.
Exactly, because when the vest is put on, there is an area here. In fact, there was another police officer shot today in California where it went under the armpit, because this is defeatable. It's an unfortunate.
Is that something that would be looked at, or is this just, you know, that going in, that this is?
This is, unfortunately, the technology has not risen to the point where body armor cannot be defeated. But so the officers return fire. Now they're going to have to determine once they get to the suspect, then they do an autopsy. Was it the officer's bullets who he fired in self-defense that killed the suspect, or did the individual shoot himself, which is a fairly common situation when confronted by the inevitable that they're going to go down for attempted murder of a police officer. So but here's what it could be very damaging here. This officer has been shot very badly. It was a through and through shot. It did a lot of damage. Now, they may say that he may survive, and he's going to survive, which is the good news. But here's the problem: if this individual is disabled from this injury, one of the things that is one of the most difficult things to understand is that the most that he would be able to have a salary if he is forced into permanent disability is only $42,000 a year. Now, you tell me who can raise their family on $42,000 a year. This is one of the greatest injustices that is taking place in the state of Nevada.
The sheriff said he's in good spirits. He's expected to make a full recovery. He's in stable condition right now. He is a family man. He has 4 kids. And so I hear you. He said that when they got the call, the initial was, oh my goodness, you know, they immediately think the worst, but they're saying it looks positive, the prognosis is good, so let's pray that that is the case.
That is fantastic news, but there's a lot more that goes with this. This is not just a physical injury.
Right.
He's been shot. He's just faced the most traumatic situation of his entire life, as is his family. Post-traumatic stress is an issue here, as there are myriad of physical issues as well.
So he has a long road ahead, psychologically as well.
But you know what he showed? He showed he's a warrior, and that is what cops should be.
Yeah.
Randy, thank you, and stand by, because I'm sure we'll need your expertise again in a few moments. What we'd like to do right now.